This section we're going to cover some of the minor travel tips that may be helpful to your patients in the future. The first time you travel, you'll probably travel with 3 suitcases and your mother. And after a while, you decide that you need to kind of eliminate some of the stuff. I've seen people bring everything from wheeling commode chairs, shower chairs, to who knows what else. One of the best travel tips that I have is to carry everything with you that you're really going to need. When I travel with my scuba club to go to different third world countries, a little backpack that I carry on the back of my wheelchair. And this has in it pretty much anything essential that I will need. The most essential thing that you probably won't be able to get in a third world country is a raised toilet seat. So in here, I carry a raised toilet seat. And along with that, you might want to take any, this fits right in there. Okay. Raised toilet seat, and they have little screw-on feet that basically just screw into here, and you can clamp this onto almost any toilet in the world. And if you need to bend these pieces, they're not so firm that you can't bend them. You can bend them in and out of shape to make it fit whenever it's possible. So when you travel, you'd also take any medications that you really need, because you're certainly not going to be able to get a prescription in some foreign country. Take your money, travel checks. Anything essential should come with you as carry-on luggage onto the plane. You never leave it, and that's rule number 1. And your chair always goes with you. Now, in a lot of places when you travel, if you can't get into the bathroom, which is another big problem, there are a number of little tricks. If you have a folding chair, you can simply bring along a regular belt. And with this belt, you can take and make it any size you want, and get off your chair on the bed, fold your chair up, put this belt around it, and then unfold it, and this belt will hold your chair at a certain narrower width. Then put your cushion back on, jump back on the narrow chair, and you might be able to make it through the bathroom doors. When I was racing around the world, a lot of places had very small bathrooms, and some of us had non-folding chairs. And to get around that problem, I simply made up a set of wheels. They're just casters. And these mounted into the back of the chair where your wheelie wheels would fit in. So you'd simply take this nut out, or bolt out, and stick this in place, and then put this back through where your wheelie wheels would clip into your chair. And with 2 of these, you can get into any bathroom stall just about anywhere. My chair becomes 16 inches wide with these 2 things. Very good for working with, if you're traveling, sailing on boats. Most of their bathrooms are very small. And this will allow you to pull yourself along the furniture and to get into the bathroom with a very narrow door. One travel tip that's very handy for camping and various emergencies wherever you're out in the woods, that type of thing, or canoeing especially, or kayaking. You can't really carry a whole lot. But if you can grab a milk crate and put a plastic bag in it, then if you have your raised toilet seat, that will fit right on top of it. And it's not the greatest for balance because there's no back on it, but it's a fairly stable platform, and it gives you emergency commode with access to your bottom. And so you can set this up in almost any tent, and you have yourself your portable bathroom.
Okay.
Well, Charlie, you've certainly given us a lot of valuable information over the last hour or so in the videotape. And I think it's going to be wonderful for students and spinal cord injured individuals alike to be able to look at that information and take what they can from it. One of the things that we didn't get a chance to cover was recreational activities and music. What kinds of things do you do for recreation, and what kinds of music do you enjoy? And can you give us some insights into those activities in your life?
Okay, well, as far as recreation goes, sky's the limit. I've flown planes, gone dog fighting, gone hang gliding. This year I hope to try ultralight airplanes out sometime. Scuba diving, kayaking, canoeing, fishing. Everything is wide open, and I think if you want to do something, it's out there to be done. And
so you're able to figure out a way to adapt the activity that you want to do to your physical situation in order to participate in it?
Exactly, and I've been most fortunate. I have a cousin who's the same age as me. We grew up together, and he is a great asset. He's helped me modify. I have a tractor that he's helped me modify. I have a 25-foot trailer, camping trailer that I tow behind my truck, which he helped me. He built the lift literally for that. And anything, playing pool, he's made things. We just look at it as a challenge. Bicycling, we've made all kinds of things. I have another friend now in biking who helped me make a hand cycle, an off-road hand cycle that's fully suspended. It's just incredible.
Wow.
Just really. And so I've been very blessed in having people around that will help me do these things.
So it sounds like you have a really full life, not only with work, but also with recreation.
Yeah, I try to play more than I work, which is my motto. I figure if I'm in a wheelchair, life owes me something.
There you go.
So I try to play more than I work now. And as far as music goes, I've been pretty much boiled down to the harmonica. I used to know how to play the piano and the trumpet and things like that, but the harmonica is pretty much the bottom line for that.
And how did you get interested in the harmonica? Was it just an easy piece to hold, or?
Well, at first it wasn't that way, but a friend of mine, when I first got hurt, I had trouble breathing and out in Montana, and she just brought me in a harmonica and said, well, here, maybe you can learn to play this while you're breathing. And so from there, I used to play, what is it, From This Valley, they say you go, Red River Valley. And from there, one thing led to another, and now I can play it fairly well, or I can play it, let's put it that way. I'm not an accomplished musician. I don't play much. Maybe once or twice a year I'll pick it up.
Around the campfire.
That's about it.
How would you feel about giving us a little serenade on your harmonica before we close?
I can do that. I won't promise you anything, but I can do that. I just happen to have one here. What a surprise. Getting it out of the case is probably the toughest thing.
You should probably show that, but.
Yeah, that's okay. He's still fit. I'll just play something like Camptown Races, I think.
Okay.
Something simple and quick.